Everyone. Oh, crappy internet as always. All right. So, anyone tuning back in for the retopo? Hello, Zoom. Welcome. For the baking, we're gonna go ahead and start getting models into substance. We'll start with the body. These are my settings. All right. And I just do poly. Oh, I should label it body. And in fact, we will make a folder for body. Florian. Hello, Concealed and Gingy. Welcome back. Naughty Gang. Naughty Gang. Naughty. Well, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Oh, I had you muted. I was wondering why I was so quiet. It's not my fault this time. It's not my fault this time. Right, and this one should be... that was the cage version we just exported, actually. Not this time. See how it is. Copy as new driver. Hide this object. We have to put the triangulation before everything. Not having a good day. Last few days have been meh to men. To me. Gotcha. Well, hopefully they're improving. It is the weekend now, so that's certainly something to look forward to. Chilling, relaxing. And we'll go ahead and take these, link the animation data. Now all of them have the driver. So triangulation goes up top. Bam, bam. All right. Starkest right before dawn. The more bad days you've had, the more likely it is tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow. This one should be the cage that we export. Category. Cage. Then we can turn this off and rewrite the body. So we want to make sure we export the body without the cage. All right, painter. I'm gonna sit down. All right, open the body, and I'm actually going to copy the path. Boom, open. Say okie dokie. Artichoke. Then save it in the same spot. Sam just casually talked about bodies, can't you? Until I tell you about my freezer. Oh, balls. We're missing a... We have a object with an incorrect material. And we'll put this back on. Body, boom. And boom, boom. Cage. All right. Refresh, Shift Control R. Noise. Look at that. There we go. Then bake the mesh maps and throw in that high poly with the cage. Boom. And we're looking for any red poking through. There's no eye socket or eye back to the eye, so all right, that all looks really good. Awesome. Save. Or apply diffusion, bake it at 4K, and we'll turn on a bit of anti-aliasing. Save again. Bake. Oh, that was slow. It took a while. All right, but it worked. I think my stream was also lagging at the same time. But look at that. See all those crisp details we now have in there? Especially on the teeth. Always look so good. Probably one of the best bakes I've done yet. Cool. I think it looks pretty exceptional. And go ahead and save that. This is live, you know. Turn that roughness down. I'm going to pull up the reference image on my other screen so we can start grabbing some colors. So we've got a very dark black as the base color and is shiny. We will start with like right about there, just a little glossy, and then we'll use another layer of specular to some additional detail. Cheeks. You've really done splendidly at the ear shape. Well, good, good. Yeah, I like it. That's gonna look fun when it's like a little droopy. So whoop. Oh, this isn't even 2K. It's the 2K version. Let me go back and clean up the sculpture lips right here. Yeah, I think we have to. Yeah, we're giving this kind of, I think the remesh, we can see the pixelization of the remesh. So okay, we'll have to redo the lips there. Fine. Goes. All right, good. Looks good. We can save there. Let's just slap in a few other things. What's up, Mr. Deader? Hello, Webster. Welcome. Happy Friday. How you doing? Perfectly between the Asura, Fiend, and Goat style. I was looking for. Good, good. That's satisfying to hear. I wagered the pixelation would pretty much disappear with the skin effect, right? I want to have the lip normals definitely when his mouth is closed. When he opens his mouth, he will need a little bit of form there. Hello, Cecil. Welcome. It's been a while. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. We're working on a commission right now for this character. Long time. It has been a while. Yeah, here's the character we're working on. So this is a Zoom's character. Whoa, sorry, yawn. Yeah, but we're gonna do a little bit more on the sculpty right over here. switch to matte cap, wax with object. Okay. And turn off face sets. Let's get in there. Save. What are you doing today? We're right now we're just working on getting this character ready for painting. So that's kind of the main step. We finished this retopology, UV mapping, and now we're in the process of baking, putting bodies in cages today. In a technical sense. I am gonna up the resolution a little bit more. All right, let's just see what I can do. Go to wireframe view actually. So you can see why why the normals have this effect. Maybe let's try remesh. I wonder if I could use a multi-res modifier. Then I'd have perfect topology for fixing it. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna make a backup copy right now. Pablo, hello, yo Pablo here. Welcome, Pablo. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good one. Call this pre-multi-res test. Save. And what we'll do is take the body, duplicate it, and I'm trying to make Xeno from Dragon Ball. Exciting. Very exciting. Send it to scene collection. Turn this off. And this will be our multi-res. Who's Xeno from Dragon Ball? Oh, cool. I was seeing some of your sketches you did recently, or your 3D models. Those were looking really good. Definitely matching the style very well. So, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the triangulation. Apply the mirror. Yeah, apply the mirror. Yeah, I think that'll work. Then we can add a subdivision and a shrink wrap. Which we could probably put before and after. Or no. So we'll just. So this way we have a very high resolution version, which is actually ready to be used with multi-res. Very cool. Got myself Substance Painter. Hello, Cartoon Jesse. Welcome. Worst case scenario, we can see if that kind of thing makes the lips zigzaggy. Make those the teeth instead of the teeth kind of thing. I'm sure you can figure it out. Anyway, we're definitely on the right direction. Send an image to Discord. See the progress. Got Substance Painter myself. Painter. Shape was already clearly there, Pop. Oh, heck yeah. That looks exactly like him. That's great. The only thing you may want to do if you're going to rig them is draw it with the arms straight. Or model it arms straight. So like this. And then like a T-pose. But that should be easy enough to do. And then you got a rigged guy. Make a VR chat model. Actually, I wonder, I'm going to turn this down one. And I'm going to duplicate this. I'm gonna put this shrink wrap or this subdivision. But I don't know how to make hands, lol. I would recommend doing sculpting first. If you go back a few days of my live streams, you can actually see how I sculpted this character. Um, Wild. Look at that. Interesting. What are the pros and cons of T-pose versus A-pose? So generally the shoulders in a T-pose get kind of flattened. So like a lot of times you have like rounding on the shoulder or like a point. If it's in a T-pose, you've kind of eliminated that and you have to fix it. So when you're in an A pose, you kind of get the best of both worlds. Be able to model the armpit, still retain the shape of the shoulder, and plus, kind of like a triangulation. A lot of video game engines end up triangulating everything anyway. So, or sorry, just like they triangulate everything, they end up putting everything into a T pose as well, internally. So do I turn it up on the other one? And if I do this, so A pose is just better for making it. T is for animating / coding. Yeah, in order to share animations between characters, generally you want them to be in as similar a pose as possible, and they're like neutral pose. So a lot of times, especially Unity, they have this humanoid skeleton, and in order to make it a humanoid, make it be considered a humanoid skeleton, you usually have to put it into a T pose. Bam. It's a little fucked up right here, though. Gotcha, thanks. Absolutely. Actually, we're going to undo that. Apply the subdivision. Duplicate the shrink wrap. Apply the shrink wrap. There we go. Gotcha, thanks. Absolutely. Cool. I only need to learn how to sculpt and texture now. I got to get a good level in only 5 months. Well, you can always change your art style to work with a quick process. You know, a lot of games focus on minimal aesthetics if they got to get stuff done quickly. There's a way to download animations from Mixamo and add them to your character as long as all the bones are in a T-pose and named correctly. Yeah, animation retargeting was something that intrigued me for a while. And it is quite good at that. Or you can get Mixamo, even if it's not like in your... Oh, what am I trying to say? Goodness. What is that? Brian Russell, wait, that would be cool as heck. There we go. All right. things are looking good for me to rig my characters. Um, Auto Rig Pro. I mean, Mixamo is free, so it's pretty hard price to beat. But uh, Auto Rig Pro is a great Blender add-on, and that also has a smart rigging system. But it doesn't have an animation of libraries you can use. However, you can retarget the animations from Mixamo. You just download them, and then you can retarget them to your own armature using either AutoRig Pro, or there's this one add-on called XPy. Cheeks. Those feet are scary. He's kind of like a genie Jin character, so he's not quite fully formed. He's supposed to be like made of a magic substance. So we're kind of give him like a gel effect almost. It'd be kind of like a gel, more magicy, but whatever that means. To just be hitting the whole character with this. Doesn't really matter because I'm not using this for the rigging later. I'm just going to use this to add more details to the sculpture for the high poly version. High poly version. I'm going to watch tutorials about texturing. So yeah, it sounds good, Pablo. Good luck on your tutorials. Didn't know you can use AutoRig Pro to retarget animations. That's cool. It is really cool. I like using it for that. It's relatively simple compared to some other retargeting stuff I've encountered in the past. But still pretty technical. All right, so we're going to go ahead and apply this shrink wrap. And then we're going to delete half. Should select that. Say side of active. Select faces. And we just want to double check everything worked correctly. Looks like we missed some on the butt. What? How'd I fix that? What? Let's back up a second. So slow. Shrink wrap. I guess we'll leave it off if it's going to be broken. So we'll just get rid of it. And then go in with edit. Maybe I should just do what is this shape key baker on the screen? Is that a plugin add-on? It is a script that I made in order to easily bake shape keys from both animation or from modifiers. So it's very useful if you have like saved your face rigging animations into an animation file, which is what I usually do. Saves me quite a bit of time, to be honest. And the modifiers are really good for like morphs and things like that. And I also set it up so you can save the hook modifiers now. Again, very useful for like morph shape keys or things like that. But mostly just a utility script. Mostly just a utility thing. I actually did that with AutoRig Pro once. I can't figure out how to do it again though, but I saved a shape key from my bone positions. Gotcha. So that is in your armature modifier. Uh, in the modifier here, you have the option to save as a shape key. So if your armature is posed and you save as a shape key, that's how that happens. And that's what my script utilizes. It just um, helps speed it up because, man, like you could, anytime I had to redo all my shape keys, like, oh crap, all the characters' facial expressions, I lost all of them. Yeah, those were some painful moments working, so it really prompted me to think of a solution or a different process. Loaded, loaded, loaded. Oh. And then I think I'll probably include in that file a premium version or a little bit more expensive version that comes with all the AutoRig Pro facial animations I use to set up characters. So basically, what matches the animations in there. Yeah, I think I'll do that probably this week. All right. Cool. So save that. And now mirror this. And why is it like that? Does it need just one more 0 there? Just 2 dense. Our company lost a 20K machine last week. That was also a painful moment. Ooh. Luckily not my fault though. Ah. Man, that's you know, waitable to yearly salary some people. What type of machine was it? I'm gonna have to rewind and watch what you just said because I had some rude lady in my living room barge in my room. I need to move low. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It was insured. Well, good, good. All I was saying, Brian, was just that the shape key baker is just to easily save shape keys from an animation file, and it uses that exact same mechanism as the armature modifier, which is probably how you use to save the shape key with AutoRig Pro. So when you're in a pose with the armature modifier, you can just save as shape key directly, which is pretty cool. It was a multifunction machine to cut and assemble parts for window decorations. Interesting. And now we will unsubdivide. I wonder how far I can unsubdivide. You still have this plug on add-on? Yes, yes, I do. My Gumroad is. Oh, sorry, you're on YouTube. If you just search Sam Dutter Gumroad, you should find me. Sorry, I don't have my links set up on YouTube yet. All my stuff. Thanks, bro. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, that's interesting. So interesting. I did my retopo so well on this character, I could unsubdivide it after modeling it. My retopology. Maybe, maybe this might actually be the layer that I left it at. Let's see. Okay, okay. I get ahead of myself. Let's see. Yeah, no valid subjects. I was like, that'd be amazing, but yeah, no, never. Not as cool as I thought. But still fun. I can get it all the way back down here. That's interesting. There was an oversight in the code that caused the metal part to not be cut and be therefore be way too long. It was pushed into another machine part, damaging the coupling. Expensive, but fixable mistake. Story story that my coworker shared in your pain that day. Good. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and smooth these out now. Oops. And now, because I'm using better topology, the smoothing will actually smooth properly. Because the one problem that I've noticed with sculpting is in Blender is oftentimes the remeshing topology just creates little pockets and divots. And it's not actually a really good solution for sculpting. There's like a limit to how good it could be to sculpt. All right, well, this is definitely what I'm going to be doing as part of my process moving forward. Get in the multi-res sculpt. And we can really get in there and add some crispy detail. Crispy. All right, pretty good. Really nice. Shit, sorry. Dropping my pen. Let's go here. And just smoothing this. Excuse me. Can't see shit. Let's just clean that up. Ew, big little goober in the finger crevice here. And again, it's interesting because I retopoed and did the multi-res, I'm now getting, I'm now going to have a lower level topology that will perfectly match the sculpt as I need it. That's really cool, actually. It's really cool. You can take advantage of email marketing as well. On your website, give an incentive to readers to give up their email for a free character and exclusive emails on your latest work. Ooh. You know what? You're 100% correct. The emails you give time deals that run out. They act now and buy. Where's my post-it notes? All right, let's use my sketchbook. Write that down. Free avatar with email sign up. Very cool. That's a good idea. I will definitely think about that. Gathering personal data. Watch out for EU laws there, though. I'm in America. Yeah. EU can suck my nuts. Because EU laws made Apple and Google bend over, Sam. They're like tax collectors. The only reason they're only bending over because Apple and Google want to sell products over there. So feel a little safer than them, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with an email sign up. It's as long as it's voluntary. Well, you're selling to me. uh, uh, uh. Oh, let's do. Okay, that should be good. I think we've cleaned up the multi-res enough. And now we're going to try to include it with the export. Yeah. Yeah. So, level viewport 4. And what's interesting is I could subdivide it further if I really wanted to. I don't think I should, but I can. I'll take the sculpt body, and I'm going to put it in hidden. This one, move it here. And have a material. I'm going to copy this material to it. Bam. There we go. Do high poly. Just in case. Bam. All right, let's see how this bakes now. This is interesting. The more I think about this, the more intrigued I am by using the multi-res, because I could potentially get some extremely high resolution maps for like the lips and stuff, because I could separate them on a lower level subdivision and use multi-res to sculpt them really high density, use like a decal to project them. That's not something I'm going to do for this character, but this gives me a little bit more control. I paid for a lot of website courses on WordPress, SEO, and email marketing. It's worth it to write posts and get on Google. You'll be surprised how many people find you. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know. Maybe I'll start doing like a little daily update on my website. Because I live stream. It should be easier than I'm making it to capture content and content or things I can share. Do proper inbox rules though. Wait. My cat's yelling. Don't want your emails being flagged as spam. Fair. Sorry, it's probably coming through garbled. Oh yeah. Very smooth. All right, that's probably going to be my method now for sculpting. Instead of doing a remesh. Yeah, that looks right. Coming through surprisingly well, actually. Hey, that's one time only. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and get some of the objects captured. So we're going to do the mouth template. So I'm going to select these guys. And then very important to do all your selecting in 3D space. Don't select on your UV map. Do not. And then my tongue will be this one. teeth. We'll use a color select and sample these ones. Okay. Am I lagging? All right, then we'll do the lashes here. Which will be with no roughness. Okay, so that's a good first bake. We'll leave that one there and move on to the next item bake, which will be the hair. Step 1 folder, Lorian hair. Perfect. Export. Oh, my eye. Okay. I do have currently cages on. I'm going to copy this as a driver, hide it, paste the driver here. Oh, actually, the triangulation needs to be up top for all of these. But paste driver, select everything, object, link, animation data. Now the driver is linked. And funnily enough, I can actually just copy modifiers directly. Perfect. Except for these ones here. They need the merge on. Bam. Copy select. All right, there we go. All right, so now we can toggle the displacement for all of them. Select it, export. This will just be the hair by itself. Always click that just in case. Save again. Then we'll turn on displace and export again to hair page. That was an example. As you set up your website, you can also have register your main email you're going to use, and WordPress will guide you through all of this. Interesting. Okay. I have a little Squarespace set up. Seems okay. Okay. All right. And we'll add in that high poly. Then the cage. And diffusion, anti-aliasing, baking at 4K. Save. All right. Nothing too crazy there. We'll just save that. And then what? Then we're going to make one more version of the hair. So I'm going to select with the sculpt hair. I'm going to make sure I'm at frame 0. Select all of these and hit I or object. Why can't I make a keyframe? Why can't I use I? Key set failed to insert any keyframes. Blender failed to set keyframes. Remove the key set at the bottom. Key set. It's annoying. Just let me make hotkeys, please. Son of a. Oh, wait, here we go. Button key set. Get out of here. There we go. Strange. I don't know where that came from. Some sort of whatever. Doesn't matter. Fixed it now. And then we go to sculpting again. Okay. So what we'll do is for this one frame, because we have it saved now, if I reset it, press play, they return. That means for briefly we can keep everything at 0. And I know for sure it's going to go back to its original spot as intended. So in this mode, we'll go ahead and export again into a new folder, which we'll call Lorian Hair Flipped. Something like that. Go in here. This will be hair flipped. High poly. Export. Just gonna do that again. Make sure I hit this. Save. Then retopo hair. Kind of the same thing. Plucked. Okay. All right. And then hair flipped. Just that. Export. Then we turn on the displace. And it's hair clipped page. All right. Then we go back to Painter. File new. And we'll go up one folder, hair clipped. Open. Open. Save. Here. Lorian. Sam loves ripping us apart. Get in the cage. Get in the cage. Save. Mode. Bake. Excuse me. I actually probably need to get rid of the mark sharp here. I don't think these should be mark sharp. Because it's going to change how it bakes. So we need to go back. We need to say shade smooth. I need to re-export. It's like a mad scientist. That's why tech makes him so happy as well. I'm on to you, Sam. Better watch out. Better watch out. Okay, that should be good. Then we can refresh. Grab our high poly. Grab our cage. Use cage. 4K bake. Save. Bake. Middle one's a little weird. Looks pretty good though. Cool. Nice. All right, save that. Then we're gonna export this. Into this folder. And this material, we made one last time for, what was it? Suit decals, Little Wisp eyes. It was Veil. Veil, hair, shadow catcher. That's what we used. Export, save. Okay, so we can save that there. We go back to our pulled apart version. Turn on our ambient occlusion channel. Then this gets dropped in here as an alpha to here. All right. That gives us the power to add this. And the base color is what? Just like a very light blue. Okay, and then add in here fill layer using the asset just imported Lorian hair clip shadow. Looks like it needs to be inverted. Invert. Okay, perfect. And that gives us some nice ability to bring back in the details. I don't think we'll want it this dark though. Like that. Save. Okay, that's good. I think we can go ahead and end that one there and move on to the next one. The sculpt clothing. There we go. Export this up into Lorian clothing. So it's made of V2. After you have a post written, or you write the post yourself answering a specific question someone would ask on Google, create 20 Pinterest pins about that one post and share to all social media. Huh. I've been trying to use the Twitch clip feature, or I should say I used one, the Twitch clip feature, like a week ago, and that worked pretty well actually. Worked pretty well. All right, clothing. Go to Retopo clothing. I'm going to use the pants. Going to use the pants. Pants. Everything in here needs to have the triangle move to the top. Should apply that. Would. It's a program called Tailwind. They'll post every day, but the point of this is for Google to see you're starting to become relevant. Then guess where Google translates over to? YouTube. That makes sense. Bam. 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 It's interesting the ecosystem that develops with this kind of stuff. With people seeing your work and things like that. Go triangulate goes there. Let's triangulate goes there. Save. Okay. Click the pants. We're going to go to the displace. We're going to copy that as new driver. Hide these. Select this one. Paste this driver. Select everything. Oops. This driver. Select everything. Object, link, animation data, unhide, and now we can toggle all of them. Perfect. Select everything. For example, how do you bake a high poly to your low poly mesh for VR chat? I can only imagine how many people search for this every day. Fair? A fair amount. A fair amount. Clothing. Just clothing. And the next one will be the cage. Yeah, it's tough though, like juggling all the different pieces. Hard for me to work most of the day and then want to do a bunch of clips. I really have to figure out a good process. And I think it kind of ebbs and flows too, because like I need to get more products out there. Those are the kinds of things I want to get people's eyes on. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Up one, clothing. Grab the clothing object. Copy this path. Bam, bam, bam. Save. Then mode, bake. Save first. Boom. Okay. But yeah, the economies of scale for the internet are very fascinating and enticing. I kind of right now I'm oscillating between like moments of really high intensity and stress of like trying to promote products and like grow my following, and then just kind of relaxing for a little bit, going back into commissions, high intensity promotion, and just going oscillating between those 2 points. Seems to be working well for right now. Yeah. There's not a lot of detail here. Something did not take right. Did I not export the high poly? Poly. Right. Loading, 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 loading. I understand it's a lot, but I've seen a lot of success in a short amount of time using strategy with my DJ website. Don't have my own products, but I can sell other people's now. uh, well, I've been tempted to create affiliate links for certain items. So if that is something you're interested in doing, if you're familiar with what that would be, Gumroad offers gives creators the abilities to create affiliate links for their products. So if you ever did want to collab on that, I'm open. This is the cage. This is the normal. Back to paint. Just gonna make sure I do have the high poly one there. I am. Yeah, if you feel pretty confident that you can get things out there, it's definitely a thing. You know, then there's lots of other products too. What is going on? Broken. Broken. Something's messed up. We have one material. UV map looks good. Is my sculpture not exporting? Oops. Fake mesh maps. I only see the low poly, so there is no high poly right now. Should see at least some red in here. Oh, it's because I clicked that. Use low poly mesh as high poly mesh. Yeah, we don't want that. Hi. Oh, do you want to get up in the chair? There you go. Got me thinking now, Sam. You are the man. Well, good. There's lots of possibilities out there. VR chat's still bit of a small space relative to the whole of the internet, but I think there's a lot of opportunity out there. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that dagger. Gorgeous. Trying to go under. The smaller the niche, the better, Sam. Brushing it. All right, man. Look how the clothes came out. This looks awesome. On the paper came out well too. I was very curious to see how that'd come out, and I think that looks pretty darn good actually. Huh. Cool. Trust me, that means not many people are in competition, my friend. Fair. I think it's in a position to grow. Oh, we're missing some sculptures. Balls. They should have exported. Oh. Are you on my Discord, Brian? What? Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. I see my cage. I'm missing a cage from this one's. But hello. Welcome, Nammers. Good morning. I think I'm making a website based on VR chat, making models, but I didn't know of who to represent, what affiliates I could become a part of. But no, I will be. I'm sure it's on your website. Okay, perfect. I think so. Pretty sure. Vaguely sure. We're getting to baking today, Nammers. Getting to bacon. We're getting baked. Discord, that is perfect. Bacon. What you been namming on? Namming on, Nammers? Namming on, Nammers. Country song. Is there Scottish country music? Is that a thing? Well, definitely feel free to reach out, Brian. I'm always interested in the entrepreneurial side of this kind of work. Namming on sleeping. Just little sleeping little Nammers. You love sleep mode. My favorite. My favorite. Napping Nammers. All right. Cool. Gemstones made. That's why I'm learning all this stuff so I can answer questions I've been asking myself. This is the cage we're exporting. And I think that's all we need to export. Should be able to just go back to the bake. It's hard to make that website when you can't answer the questions, Lamau. There are some other websites that perhaps you may look to for competition. I don't mean this to. I think more competition is good, but the Jinxie. Are you familiar with the website Jinxie? Is it still broken? No, it baked. Okay, perfect. This time it did bake. Yay. Competitor analysis proves people are searching for those questions, but no, I'm not familiar. I think it's spelled like that, Jinxie. Definitely an interesting little space. Oh, what the heck? Inside of my hat's all busted. That's good though. I'd make a lot of money on my DJ website. Guess what? There's a lot of DJs. Well, good. Huh. There's some overlap here. Something. There. Hmm. Right to me. Everybody can get a piece of the pie if you're giving good information, Sam. Fair. Oh, I want to see what the gems look like really quick. Oh, dude, those came out so cool. Yo, it's awesome. It's very satisfying, actually. Chunky gems. Gems! And got my reference on the other screen. Nope. Close that. Boom. Reference. Bam. Then right. And the gem color. Make it a little glossier. I guess slightly metallic too. Cool. That's awesome. We'll be hearing from you. Absolutely. Well, I look forward to it. Plus, you get to see what people are searching for and how many times they search it a month. I guarantee you, you're going to find questions that have not been answered. But I'm excited. But yeah, you'll be hearing from me. Yeah, I've been thinking on similar lines. So I actually am looking forward to that. Definitely feel free to reach out. A lot of unexplored territory in the VR chat space. Oh, so close to up my neck there. There we go. Look at that though. It's so satisfying that we can pull out those little details. This will be the goal. And we'll adjust that tolerance as well. Cool. uh, yeah, those look awesome. I fucking love that. Noise. Noise. All right. This is the breastplate, just kind of a bluish color. Cool. And then this material does have kind of a hatching some sort. Looks a little odd on the middle. If I can go back and make this seamless, I think I will. Smooth that out a little. Okay. Oh, these bands here should have gotten some color. Interesting. Did we miss those? Also, there's one dot here. Funny. There should be a little band right here. Wait. It is here. Oh, I see. Copy the Z value and paste it here. I had moved the pants, but not the object. And I don't see a dot. So that must have been the band poking through. Okay, perfect. So we'll re-export this as the high poly version. Load again. Make the textures again. Letting you work, no more paragraphs for me. You're totally fine. Either way, you are totally fine. It's definitely, Friday, weekend's about to happen. I'm just kind of coasting into the weekend and enjoying taking it a little slow. Because it's going to be a very busy next few weeks. Hello, Kyrus. Kyrus? Hello. Oh, did I cancel it? No, I just hit rebake. There we go. Turn to painting mode. What's going on? We are baking textures for a VR chat avatar. So it's like this Jin character. Jin? This is the character design right here. And we're in the process of painting. Starting to paint. Fixing up mistakes on our model like this. But how's your dude? You're so good. Well, thank you. I'm also a little goof too, so. But hello and thank you. Bam, bam. Are you a Blender or a VR chat fan as well? Player of Counter-Strike. Nice, nice. It's a fun game. Can't say I've played it that much though. Not very good at it. I also don't really have the patience for it. Just like to get in there and start shooting right away. Hmm. I should see. Geometry. Why does it look like it's poking through? Um, I mean, I see it here just fine. Everything here looks really good. And I did just export it as an FBX to the high poly, so that should be correct. I'm going to try refreshing things really quick. Adding in. Okay, I see. This is actually the baked texture we're looking at here. Gotcha. Save. And rebake. I see. Cancel. We're canceling that. We're going back to here. We're taking the head and we're hitting it with the auto smooth 180 and re-exporting. Bum 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 bum. Bro, I don't know what you're doing, but it looks so nice. Well, thank you. So right now we're taking the really dense sculpted versions of what we're making, and we're optimizing the simpler version, and that's what we'll actually be able to use in VR chat. So it's kind of it's called baking a lot of times, but basically letting it run faster in game while making it look good. Same as performing magic. Whoa. Bam, bam. Are you a creator of VR Avatar? Yes, and I do that full time. So this was a commission for a VR chat avatar that I'm doing. So this is for a client. Do 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 do. I keep opening the image and then closing it again. Whoops. I see. Oh, we have to rebake again. Okay, so something's wrong with the sculpture of the hat. This is that. Gotcha. Okay, that's why it wasn't working properly earlier. So I need to separate this. These avatars could technically be for any game. True. True. Any Unity game. But yeah, any game in general. In terms of performance. I'm going to add a solidify. Because that's what we're missing. That's why it's behaving weirdly. Yeah, there's no second layer there. It's just that. So we definitely need to add this. But it's not doing well on the tip. So what we'll do is make a group called solidify. Please let me type. Bam. Add it. Go into weight paint. And we'll kind of do a bit of that. Do you have a live yesterday? I usually am actually, how's this work? There we go. I'm usually streaming every weekday. So I'm live quite frequently, yeah. You could make a game with Unity, not using VR chat at all, just by learning C script, input controls, and setting it up for Android or iOS or even Xbox. I'm definitely intrigued by the idea of making games. There are some advantages to utilizing a platform, but certainly you have a lot of control doing your own stuff. Tomorrow I will not be. I only stream on weekdays. My apologies. There we go. All right. Can't I? Smooth this. Okay, see you on Monday. Sounds good. Enjoy your weekend and see you Monday. Looking forward to it. I see. It's the stretching of the wireframe. Okay, I'm just going to leave that alone. Bam. All right. Now we can go back here. Take everything. Okay, and that would explain why the mapping was breaking down there, because there was no back to the high poly. There was no other side. Transparent. Oh, thanks, bye. Thanks, bye. Bye. Started making a game with Unity, but I sucked at Blender, so it wasn't great. Gave him choppy animations for walking, jumping, and running. Hold a pistol and shoot Lamau. Oh darn. Cage is also bad, which makes sense because we didn't have Cage before. Bam, bam, bam. I've made some small games over the years, just like mostly experiments. And like what's interesting is doing these like products. It's like I kind of always um, prize the idea of being like an indie developer, but I do think that VR chat and like kind of more smaller products probably have a bit more potential these days. Like it is pretty hard to go into the indie game scene and like really carve out a living. But I think VR chat and other platforms are kind of like an in between uh, space. Having code, not really learning the coding, so I eventually broke my game. Um, yeah, I'm using a lot of Chat GPT right now to help me with my coding. Bam, bam. Uh, excuse me. Oh, did I overwrite the? Oh, I overwrote the high poly. I gotta double check my exporting before I click a button. Um, oh, I'm exporting both. No, actually, it was not exporting both, but still, I did override it. Bam, 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 bam. Boom, boom. I know what my website is going to be based off of now. So I will be bringing you clientele and showcasing your work. I set to come up with my competitor analysis, Google review report Lamau. Well, I look forward to hearing about that. All right, save that. Take this. All right. I think we're finally back into just Substance Painter after struggling getting this cleaned up in there. Looks a lot better. Good. Now we can just begin to continue to adjust some of these values, like the roughness of the hat. We'll do another template. Oh, no, not that one. This is hat top. And this one will be hat bottom. Two. Wow, things dropped in really quick. Looking good. Looking very good. Need to find a way to blur this edge a little so it's not as aliased. Actually, I think all we really need to do is Probably adjust our tolerance on the color selection. For that one and for the gold. Yeah, it's nice. I'm writing a DJ post, so what goes on in a DJ contract right now? Tomorrow I have an easier gig, so I'm chilling. Do have to change my oil though. I always dread that. I always dread changing my oil. It's never that bad, but I just am predisposed to just keep putting it off. Then this will be for the cloth. Let's get the paper. This one will adjust the tolerance the other way. Try to get the metal to pop back in. There we go. All right, that looks pretty darn good. What we should do now is get the character set up in Unity so we can set up that back and forth to review the character very easily. So let's go ahead and open Unity. All right. Loading. All right, now we're just waiting on Unity to load. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water, get a little refill. I'll be back for a little more. One moment. So Unity's still loading. I knew it'd take a while, so let's go do something else really quick. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know where you learned all of this stuff. You understand and explain it better than anyone I've seen so far. Thank you. I think you just need to keep doing what you're doing. I do feel that what's nice is like, man, I've worked so hard in the past to just like no avail. But the stream and this kind of work, it does really feel like things are kind of coming together. And there's a momentum behind it that I haven't quite found before, which is cool. It feels new, but exciting. But exciting. All right, while we're waiting on that to load, I'm going to take one more template and drop it here for the darker metal. Metal. That's what it's on there. Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I just can't even begin to describe how stressed I was in the past, and that just feels like it's kind of a faint memory now. It's cool. But to follow up on your comment of where I learned these things, almost everything I did just learned from YouTube, and just a lot of Google searching. Did take a while though. Did take a while, and there's always new stuff to learn. It's kind of the good and bad of this work. You never have it all figured out. If you like that, then you know, got a lot to look forward to. Otherwise, you just gotta kind of accept it. Then I think we will. Is this the metal? Which one's the metal? The breastplate is. I don't quite want that. Okay, so add a paint. And just remove this from that layer. Then eyeball. That is the blade grading. And below that, we'll make the blade light. That's what happens when you realize how more attention you pay to detail than you pay than other people do. Well, I suppose so. There's definitely some things that I've realized lately. I've just been like, I get a little OCD about. It's got to be this way. But now I really have narrowed or kind of dialed in a process, which is exciting. That looks cool. I like that little gradient. And then we need one more template flat for the hilt here. We'll put the template in, yeah, put it on here, and then into this layer, the blade layer. Like that. That way it's contained, and we can do these things. Okay. All right. Then we'll do one more. It's the shape hilt. And then this one is the string on the hilt. Right there. Bam. And I am referencing an image off screen right now. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Looks like it's loaded. This is the previous character I worked on the last 2 weeks or so. Got her to a mostly finished spot. I'm really proud of how her legs turned out. Those look really good. And yeah, she just came together really nicely. Every avatar, push a little more. If you learned how to do this on your own research, then I commend you. Thank you. However, if someone taught you how to do it like this personally, then I would understand. You must have a higher IQ than me. Perhaps not. There's some things I feel that I could have not been as obsessive about in the past, but legs look amazing. Yeah, thank you, Namers. Thank you. I definitely am determined. I can say that much. Well, I also feel like sometimes I don't really get the choice on uh what's going to be my hyper focus. Cancel that. How do I get two? Oh, doesn't matter. Let's do this here. Bam. Somehow we nested these together. Delete. The hyperfocus chooses you. Exactly. Lucas. There's Lucas. Now we're doing Lorian. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, it's really dry. Show this in Explorer. We're going to take the Lorian folder and we're going to use a little script I made to rename my files. Tools. Rename files wizard. Bam. Target string as template and we're replacing with Lorian. I probably need to make a new project soon. This one's starting to get slow. All right, now we go into Lorian. We can open up our FBX file. Copy that there, go back to Blender. Turn on all of our retopo objects. I am tempted to call it here on changes. Yeah, it should be fine. We're going to make a backup copy now, which will be the painting version. Okay. Then we'll hit Alt-G. I'm going to go to animation, select everything, and oh, yeah. How do I remove animations for all of these? on to the next stage already. I like to get the character into Unity so we can start previewing the texturing. Um, so yeah, so I think we're moving out of baking and into texturing now. Kind of blends together. I'm sure we'll have to do a little bit of rebaking at some point. Probably on the hat. But that's okay. We'll get to that. I think I can, if I link the animation data, that should remove the animation clip. Object link animation data. Okay, there we go. All right. Looks like I was gonna have to do that by hand. Ah, blends together. I didn't even mean to do that. I've been changed by Blender. Balls. Balls. That's a bit of a bummer. Where are my eyes? Funny. There we go. Oh wow, you made the sash on that hat look like it's grabbed on the back because of the horns. That looks awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, just kind of wrapping around him. Came out pretty well. And then get rid of this. And object link animation data. Back to here. Okay. Now, nothing should reset. Good. And we can just export directly to Unity. So we are just a little bit, a tad high on the vertex count. We'll probably have to dissolve stuff in the hat and the hair. Okay, that's fine. For now, we're just going to get it into Unity because I would like to see that. Shown Explorer. Copy this path, and we're going to go back to Blender. We're going to export my ID like selected with mods. Just going to scroll over the settings in case anyone screenshots this later. No, that's null. But I do want to turn off tangent space because I don't care about that right now. And I'll just be exporting just Lorian. Bam. Bam. There we go. Now we've got the FBX in the scene. Drop in there. Already looks pretty darn good. A noise. Excuse me. That looks awesome. Thanks. All right, materials, textures. We're going to show this in Explorer. We're going to drop in a folder for the body, for the clothing, eyes, and hair. Yeah. Copy that, go to Painter, save. Always takes so long to save. Okay. Then export. This is the clothing. Okay, one down. I put that into. Oh no, that was the clothing. Yeah, that was right. There's already color on them. Yeah, yeah. We've got a bit of color going. The baking process makes it easy to mask out a lot of the sections, which has been an awesome way to speed up my workflow. So yeah, we're already doing pretty well in that regard. Set this to, oops, Koyomi. Oh, interesting. They have Koyomi Pro tessellated. Need to check that out. We'll do tune for right now. Doo-doo-doo. Moving like lightning again. Bazam! Bazam! Bazoo bazam! Well, thank you. I do feel like a lot of my it's a lot easier to think about how all these things come together now. More like Sam Strutter. Okay, now we've got all the materials. Go to the FBX. Model. Place blend shapes. Read write. Rig. Humanoid. Animation none. Materials. Drop these in. Body. Clothing. Eyes. I need to turn this off for a second. Oh, that's better. It's so hard to notice. Start straining my eyes. Just don't pay attention to it. Okay, so we're going to do some general presets for the whole set of shaders. Just my usual ones. Shading. Skin. And I prefer 75 for the shadow. And then we're going to do rim lighting. This one, we'll set it to multiply black. Just the power. Something like that. And then we can turn down the blend alpha. Yeah. It's a little bit more like that. A little bit more form. Looks good. And then rim lighting. This one will be inverted. And we're going to make it kind of a small, almost glossy shape. Highlight. Just the power there. And also turn down the blend. Something more like that. All right, looks good. Okay. Now just for the clothing, we're going to start dropping in some textures. Albedo. normal. Light data. Ambient occlusion. Yeah, fix that. And I just set it to 0.5. Oh, right. I have to turn this off. Yeah. All right. Reflection, specular, metallic, smoothness, occlusion, ambient occlusion. Bam. This room lighting is way too strong. Just want just a little. We don't want a lot. Just enough to help us understand the shape of it. Cool. That's all the reflection specular. Also want to turn on metallic. We'll mask out the metallic parts with a matte cap texture, which will look awesome. I do think the edges of the scroll could be improved. It gets really warped here. Kind of messed up right there too. These look good though. I like that. Big old bundle. A little bit of improvement here on the hat. Now I was thinking I actually could make the mapping for the hat. Right now I have the UV map like projected top down, but I could turn it into a plane if I put a seam here. I could actually make it all, yeah, I should do that because then I can make it one object. And well, these lines will have no aliasing of any kind or minimal. So we're going to back up and do that right now. So we're going to go back to, or we're going to make the painting version, the one we're working in now. Boom. We go to the clothing. For the hat, we're going to, oh, funny. Easier to go the other way. All right. So these sections here. Just going to take the back one. Mark the seam. Select it. Bam. 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 Alt-P. Ah, but we still have this one. There we go. Nice. That looks really good. Let's take the pants. We've got our displacement already on, so this is the cage version we're exporting. I'm going to go back to, not Unity Packages, Substance Painter, clothing. This is the clothing cage. Then turn off the cage. Just the clothing. Save. Mode. Bake. Refresh. And save. Rebake. Boom. Boom. 420. Oh, wow, that looks so much better. Damn, I don't know if y'all. It's much better. No, it's okay. It is improved, but I think the color selections are very strong. We got this aliased edge here. So if I go to gold here, whatever. Hoping for a little bit more improvement. Not upset or anything. A little crunchy. I'll live with it. Yeah, that's fine. Think of other ways to do that. But now I do have to copy the hat. Or say, oh, yeah, that's fine. Back to Lorian. Here. Delete the hat. Paste the hat. Delete the extra set of pants. Move this back to 0. Delete the displace. And I copy the correct material. And now this is getting piped back to here. Ooh, all right. Broken. Broken. Because I need to export these. All right, much better. Yeah, that looks good. Ignore that. And let's go to the body. Let's get that exported. Okay. I think what I'd like to do is take one of our template curvature templates, second version, drop it up top, drop the highlight, just do the shadow for right now. Drop a filter blur. And we'll set it to 1. Maybe 4. Ooh, the mouth is a little Go down here and we can actually blur it here as well. Turn down the balance. Contrast or something. Funny. Usually I feel like that works a little bit better. Okay. Then we'll add another generator. Ambient occlusion. Linear dodge. Invert. And I can push that down a little, but this is now the base color. I'm going to bring back that filter, the 3D blur. Turn that down. Turn this one up. Sure, just kind of soft. Yeah, actually that's not bad. The ambient occlusion. We'll blur just a little. Go. Goes. And then in the material view, for the shadow layer here, I am going to take it and turn down the roughness. So we can, only some parts are shiny. Yeah. That looks better. And then, okay, save that. And file, export, textures to the same one from earlier, body. Save, back to here. And then we're going to assign these textures now. Albedo, normal map, light data. The rim lighting that we have here. And turn that way down or mix base color all the way up. And then the reflection and specular is nuts. Much better. That looks really good. And just so we can see everything as it should be, let's refresh the clothing as well. Nice. Very cool. The gems came out really nicely. Happy with how this came out. And be able to put a really fun matte cap texture on there. Actually, for this rim lighting, I'm going to sample this color here. that is the clothing. Whoops. Body, please. Bam. No need to blend. We'll give it this blue sheen. It's cool. Looking cool already. Let's switch up the lighting. And I want to double check the ambient occlusion. It's a little light. Do this one. Very cool. Dude, the skin looks really cool already. And we'll make it look more like gelatin. Ooh. Even make it a little iridescence. I can't resist. I'm gonna go play around with the glitter really quick. Because he has a slight little bit of glitter on the body. And we're gonna 10 times the density. We're going to definitely use the normals. So layers amount a little bit lower. Size can go down. Base color for sure. A little bit of random color. I don't know how noticeable that's going to be in VR. There we go. And if we can add a shape, I'm going to add one that has a little bit of fall off. So it's not so harsh because it's just a clear circle. There's no fall off to do that. Looks cool though. Angle range. Yeah, something like that's good. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Also, how about a clear coat? Whoa. So shiny. I think I might increase the resolution on the eye. Make that a much sharper eye. Or bring in the eyelash. Both. Very cool. Very cool. Turn me into Silver Surfer. The lighting does have a big effect on how this is looking. We put you in a. So half of it's the environment, half of it's the texture. trying to get that subtle blue. There's like a kind of a blue glow to the character. Shiny. That's not cool. All right. Let's do the hair now. Let's do the hair now. To make the lower layer of the bracers the same metal as the neck binding, those are related. Yes, yes. Right now we've just slapped in the colors. The lower layer of the bracer, the same metal as the neck bindings. These ones here. Gotcha. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to export these textures also to same folder. Hair. 8. Paste. Export. Save. Can't believe you're this far along already. My power grows. It is getting faster, it feels. Feels like, man, maybe I can do a character this quick. Boom. Boom. Interesting. Extra shiny. Then reflections and specular, metallic, smoothness. The skin spickles are looking great as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. I want to give them some depth too, kind of like we did with Zin. So should have a little bit of push inwards. I also need to fix the chains. The choins. I think we'll bake only one chain. Cool. Well, that is looking really good. I feel like there's some extra things I'll need to be doing. All right, matte cap textures. We could try the outline too. Why don't we give that a shot? Let's make one part and have it apply to all of them. Exactly. They're sharing the same spot in the UV matte, which is why they're breaking. But we can use that to our advantage and kind of make just kind of copy and paste that chunk of texture. Took me a while to think of that one. Oh yeah, the outline's kind of nice. Let's see, off, on. I mean, I like both ways are really satisfying. Wonder if I could do offset. That way the outline's only on the silhouette. They do. They really do. This one's only gonna have an outline on the edges though, which I do like. I like. Nice. Let's go ahead and make some eyeballs. The last and final one I did not export. Boop, boop, boop. Subtle, but effective. But perfect. And then file new. Take the eye template, drop that in. And these eyes are very different. First, grab the right color, this blue. And the pupil itself, very blue as well. One more like that. Sounds like the iris, shape mask. We will rotate it 90 degrees. And we will squeeze it. That. Quite a bit bigger. There. 727. Pupil will also want to rotate the same way. Rotation. Let's get up right about here. And lastly, same with this one. I actually feel like I could just get rid of this. Yeah, just use this one. It's nice. That's nice. So nice. Okay. And then we'll go to the eye base. We'll actually set the opacity to 0 and get rid of this layer. This one should have full opacity. And the background should be black. Save. Florian eyes. Okay, file, export textures. The DM always makes a point about his eyes are the main thing that makes him appear inhuman to others. While most are used to seeing weird species, his empty eyes that feel infinitely deep yet devoid of life made many think my friendly nature wasn't. He got that creepy eyes. Yandere energy. Then we'll do the rim lighting again. A little bit of more depth to his eyes. I think we'll take the body, just hide it really quick. Huh. Cool. There we go. That gives some nice depth to the eyeball. Makes them look nice and shiny. Go. One of my greatest arcs we played through was our party trying to help me defend myself from a wrongful arrest. I was blamed for the murder of an innocent family. Kept referencing my eyes during the trial. Grown quite fond of that arc, as it was the point our party started really caring about each other. So I'd love to have that feeling when I look in the mirror. Well, nice. That's awesome. It's a very fun memory. You know, that is the cool part about RP. It really does really can create memories together, which is cool. I think it's raining outside. Just windy. Just real windy. We can give the eye a lot of depth. Push it back a little. It definitely gives kind of a creepy following vibe. So make them glow, of course. And then I think we can also give them some parallax. So if I go here, we take the iris mask into a new channel, user 0 channel. And here, the base, we would say user 0 is white. Yeah, pretty sure. And then the template um, parallax. Fond memories. DM always made a point. Oh, I read that. Kept resting my eyes during trial. The paladin actually nearly broke his oath during that time in an attempt to help me. We loved his character growth there, in particular. Fond memories. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like the group that I'm playing with, and myself, I'm part of this as well. It's just like we do kind of struggle to I think embrace the role play a little bit more, and like actually kind of push that part of the story. I just need to start thinking about different ways to make that happen. I feel like that's got to be the important part, probably, of the whole thing. That's where the magic happens, you know? We don't go hard on RP most of the time either. Sometimes things just click. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this. So this should export 2 textures. Now we can go to the bottom. Modifiers, UVs, parallax, applies to UV0. And we want to drop in this. Interesting. I don't want them to be distorted. So let me set the decal back to 0 for right now, depth-wise. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, that's what I was imagining. Oh, that's cool. Oh, dang, that works really well. Wow. I don't know if that's showing up there. And between the heavy moments, we certainly broke characters quite a lot. And the most important thing is that we enjoyed ourselves a lot. And yes, I agree 100%. And then I wonder. If I could adjust them. No, it doesn't appear so. Cool. Very satisfied. Hey, coming together quick. Love it. It's already 4:53. Okay, we may call it in just a moment, but happy, pleased with the progress here. Scroll looks really good. I'm looking forward to adding some like writing and stuff on it. It's gonna be cool. Then we'll do some like stitching on these sheets. Just give it some patterns. Oh yeah, something quick we can do while we got another 10 minutes or so. Go to clothing. Things look truly amazing already. Good. Good. Go to the pantaloons. Should be some sort of hatching pattern. Say pattern for now. Something almost like that. Almost like that. Not that. Kind of close to that. This. Not it either. Now we need some runes! Those will be fun. So close. Yet so far. Alright, I'm just going to stick with this one for right now. Um, this one's very faint. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I always love that. Just like the hint of slightly different roughness. It's not the right pattern, but it is close to the kind of effect I'm hoping to get. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Uh, Gold. I can't push it in that way, but I can put an anchor point in. And we'll take our gold. I'm going to put them below the pants. That's good. Then, yeah, start on me for some reason. It did feel a little unexpected to me as well. Yeah, that's probably too loud. uh, and we'll call this gold indent. And what we'll do, take the base color, should just be height. I'm just going to push it down, set this to, and so probably subtract. Subtract. This should work. Hopefully. Switch to the mask view. Ah. Should work. Oh, duh. Didn't freaking grab it. That would do it. Right, inverse subtract. Right out here. This. Definitely some smoothing. Uniform. And then we can push it in. Like that. Just give a little bit more of an indent. Catch the light a little bit. And I'll also add some ambient occlusion. That looks cool. All right. Dope. I feel like they could be a little bit glossier. A little bit glossier on the pants. Oh, yeah. Cool. I want to see what these look like in Unity. And then we'll probably call it a day or a week. Oh, right, it's the weekend. Almost, almost. Oh, dude, those look great. So cool. Those are some dope pants. Excuse me. Okay, so for the body, what I kind of want to test here is there was two options to change the normals. So if I go here, we have normal correct. But there's no way to mask this effect, so I definitely can't use this. I almost typed something you make fun of again. Oh, innuendo. Looking good. Looking super sharp. Hmm. Very satisfying. Can't wait to get some matte caps on the metal. Other details in there. Caught myself this time. Maybe that's the innuendo right there. For shame, Zoom. For shame. I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. Thank you all for hanging out with me this week. It has been a very productive one, and I'm super pumped to see where we end up at the end of next week. Looking good is an understatement. It's looking amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm super pleased. I feel like really coming together. Everything's fallen into place. And wow, it looks grayscale right now. One of these in there. Thank you, everyone. Zoom, definitely enjoy your weekend. Looking forward to hanging out with you next week. We'll wrap up some things on the Avatar. I do think we're on pace to definitely finish Lorien next week. So, should be exciting. Amazing weekend, Sam. I know I will. Good. I'm glad to hear it. And everyone out there, I hope you all have an amazing weekend too. Much love. Thank you all for hanging out with me this week. Definitely feel free to reach out to me on Discord. And tomorrow we're going to try picking up the pace again and get into some newer, more exciting projects with the product side of things. Yeah, looking forward to it. Anyway, enjoy your weekend, everyone. See you all soon. Bye, everyone.